Howdy, y'all! Welcome to your theme builds. This week's theme is the Wild West. Yeehaw! Next, just recording today, and you've got me, Gizmo, and Danny. And we're going to go straight into the first build, which actually is sort of spawn because I built some of these buildings, so it kind of counts as my build. So over here we've got Duffman's Saloon. So I sort of went with a brown sort of glass stained effect to make it more kind of rustled and sandy looking. Then over here we've got the bank, McSmiley's Bank, which is an extra reference because he's always smiling. Then we've got my sheriff house because I'm the sheriff, and with Deputy Boz. And they've even got a little jail over here as well that connects to it.
So you're the sheriff and Boz is the deputy. I wonder how he's feeling about that one.
I was gonna have Boz as the sheriff, but I was like, you know what? I want to be a sheriff.
Okay, I'm sure there'll be discussions about that later.
And this golden diamond mine over here in the corner. And then we've got the Rabbit Hotel, which is a Piper reference.
All right, good stuff.
And then Sarah built the wagon for the actual spawn. So let's go to your builds. Okay, our first build is by 1016 Fluffy, and it's Senor Cactus. It's basically a cactus with a mustache and a sombrero. I thought this was really cool, really funny, and just a really creative way of adding some of the Western stuff together. So we've got the cactus, the mustache, and then the sombrero. I think the sombrero is really detailed as well. Our favourite word of the day. But I like the pattern of it.
Dancing somehow.
He does.
Like a weird putting his hands up thing going on.
Yeah, and the mustache as well. Just
very charismatic chap.
It's a comical effect. So yeah, really well done. I really like it.
Good stuff.
Our next build is by Helen158, and it's a giant scorpion with a big stinger.
This one is really cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a scorpion, and the shaping of it is brilliant. I
Even
love
like the legs.
Yeah, the legs.
Yeah.
They're thinner as well. And then you've got the big, obviously the stinger on the tail.
I love the colour effect that she's done with the pincers. The pincers actually look really good, and the thing I like about it is it's all to scale. Like it's pretty much the right size for what like a scorpion is. Like as far as its like anatomy is concerned.
Yeah, definitely, and I like the ground as well. It's not too overdone, but it's basically what it is. It's like sand with a few bits of detail added to it. So yeah, really well done, really cool.
Really good.
Well done.
Okay, so our next build is a build by MDGamer2000, and he has had a book here called A Murder's Tale, which shows what his build is, and I'm going to go ahead and read it. He says, my build shows the town sheriff, Gizmo, coming face to face with the most wanted criminal ever, which is Mario. Mario is most wanted for his latest crime, the murder of the sheriff's daughter, which is Piper. So...
Wait, Piper's
your daughter, apparently. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Mario is holding a sword with Piper's blood over it, with her head next to him, which is always, it's lovely. Giz holding handcuffs and a revolver. You will have to imagine that, as it is hard to build, trying to apprehend Mario. I think this looks really good. I mean, there's clearly a lot of effort and a lot of thought put into it.
Yeah.
It's a funny idea as well. I just hope that I win, because...
Yeah, that'll be pretty awkward. Yeah.
Mario looks a bit tough, but he looks like a bit of a snake.
He's pretty snake. He's wearing green as well.
He's even wearing green, for a snake. Yeah. So our next build is by Burning Waterfall, and I believe it's Halo Husky in chains being sent to get hung. So he's going to get killed.
Very dark. Very dark.
It's a game over here right there.
I really like that the rope is in different colours. I think it really adds so much detail to the actual build.
Yeah, it brings a lot of depth to it, which is like it's just weird, but it makes it look a lot. It makes it stand out from like the rest of the build. which I think is just like, I don't know, it's really weird, but it works really well.
Yeah,
Kind of the same for the trapdoor.
Yeah. Obviously, we've got Halo's skin, but I do like the way that the handcuffs are. I think they're kind of like woodeny type things, or rope.
Our next build is by the Zohan 27, and it is the horse in the sunset.
Yeah, it's another
It's
Zohan
highlights.
build. He loves to build big.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
I mean, even just the background on its own, I think, is a fantastic setting. I mean, the way that the colour changes, going upwards, makes it look like a fantastic sunset. And then, obviously, the horse, the detail in the horse.
Like the saddle as well. The way
Yeah.
he
The
did the
saddle's
saddle.
amazing.
I mean, this blows me away when people build on like these sort of diagonal effects, and it still looks exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely. People seem to have really picked it up as far as like 3D builds. Like we're seeing
Yeah.
3D builds more and more often. It just goes to show how committed our fans are when it comes to making builds now.
I love the
Really
effect
impressive.
of the stone buttons as well, actually, on the saddle. That
Like
really makes it
studs.
pop. Yeah, it makes it pop, definitely. So yeah, just fantastic build. Great job.
Yep, good stuff.
Our next build is my build, and this is what I would call like a cutout of a stable type, with the big hay block, and then we've got a saddle hanging up on the wall. Then there's a lantern, and there's like a fence post with a lead, like lying on the floor in the back.
This is really cool, Danny.
The walls were the worst thing in the world to
Yeah.
build, because if you come on the outside, it's actually upside down stairs and right way up, like side stairs.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
so it is.
But it took me forever to copy it and do.
I really
I
like the
really-
lantern.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really
Yeah.
like the lantern.
That
Really
took me
well
forever to
shaped.
do as well.
It actually feels like you are in a stable.
Atmospheric.
Yeah. The lighting as well, the darkness of it really makes it stand out.
That's why I put the lantern in, because otherwise it would be pitch black.
So yeah, great job, Danny.
Really good. Okay, so our next build is a Can Girl, and it was made by Puffella. I think this build's really good. I love the detail that people always do when it comes to doing 3D people, and I think the amount of work and effort that she's put into this, like, is actually really impressive. Especially how she's like done the dress, so it actually looks like it's like almost in movement. It's kind of weird to explain it, but it all looks very like fluent as far as it looks like it's actually moving.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well, what impressed me about this one is that it's different. It's a different idea on the Western thing. It's not like a cowboy or a cowgirl. It's a can girl. So it's completely
Yeah.
different.
No, really good.
And the bow as well at the top, I think, is really cool.
Good stuff.
Okay, this next build is by Halo Husky, and it's a jail cell with Toothy Joe, who's wanted for robbing a bank, I think. The book is very confusing. Yeah, this build is really cool. So obviously this guy is in jail, Toothy Joe, and the jail itself is really cool. I love the stone and the stone brick
Yeah.
effect of it. It really feels like an actual jail rather than just a structure.
It makes it look like the brick, like the stone brick, is like popped out a little bit.
Yeah, like it's sort of almost old and falling apart. And if you come on the back of it, there's a really cool little Easter egg thing. That behind his wanted poster is an escape route. Not sure if that's a reference to a movie.
It's got
Or
like
if
a
it's just
Shawshank,
a little-
Shawshank Redemption feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
really-
it's really cool. And
Really cool.
the bars as well, the way that he's holding onto the bars is the really cool effect. Is that a mole he's got on his face? Like
Yeah,
a
it's
wart?
like a mole. He's got
Could be a
something
tear.
going on there.
And his teeth look a little bit scary.
Yeah, he needs to sort those teeth out. I will say this is one of the very few Minecraft builds where they've actually done hands right. Like, they actually look like hands. Like, they're not actually blocks. If you look
Oh, yeah.
like... It actually looks like he's grabbing onto something.
His shirt looks a bit worse for the wear, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's no food in here, so I can only assume he's tried to eat his shirt.
There's no bed and no toilet. It's just a candle.
Just a candle.
Poor guy.
I don't want to ask what the floor's made out of, quite frankly. This guy's having a rough time of it.
But yeah, great build, Halo.
Really good.
Our next build is by BennyBen56, and this is like a village called Stoneville, which has a population of 6 currently.
It's a big population.
Yeah.
See, I really like this one. I think it pops quite well as a town. Like, we've got the nice tower, we've got the mountain sort of thing, so it's very Western feeling walking into it. I think the orange effects as well. It really does make the building sort of feel like you're in a Western.
Yep, it's really impressive. Okay, so for the next build, we have a build by Faxwill, and he has done a train going under a wooden bridge. I think this train is really impressive. It's definitely one that stood out from the rest, and the reason why it did that is because it's all wooden. He's gone for like a hyper, like almost realistic like turn to it. It kind of reminds me of like a wooden like train set, like back in the old days where you get like wooden like toys and stuff. That's kind of what it reminds me of, like with the ones with the magnets attached to them. So that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, I like this one because of the gold on it. Like it's carrying the gold. And the bridge as well, the fact that it's going under the bridge and the smoke is kind of moving on top of the bridge. It's a really, really cool effect.
Yeah, the smoke's actually got like movement to it, like by the way it's moving, which is really good.
And the look quite cool as well. Okay, the next build is by Sarah. And she has built a teepee. And we can go inside it. It's fabulous! So colourful.
Multicoloured.
Yeah. Kind of like, I think she's kind of gone for a sort of more in Minecraft feel.
Yeah.
So like we've got the kind of the furnace, the crafting bench, the chest, like place to sit, some music stuff, enchantment table. It's almost like there's a TP, but it's in Minecraft. I really like the colour effect she's gone for as well.
Yeah. Very bright.
Like I think we all notice this. Like I think it's one of those builds that's like stood out. Like it kind of just stood out from the spawn, so it was one of those things that you just notice straight away. Because it's kind of like on its own over here, but it just like, especially for me, it just kind of stood out.
Yeah, it's a really good job, Sarah.
Our next build is by NTech, and it is a Minecraft take on like a train carrying some coal with a pickaxe in it. And some TNT.
Yeah, I really like that they've kind of added a Minecraft feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool use of the new coal blocks. Obviously as coal, but like it physically is coal blocks to scale almost.
Chips of coal.
Yeah. Kind of got some of the effect that it's almost falling off because it's moving.
I like the dynamite.
You would like
cool.
the dynamite.
What?
What? Very cool.
Our next build is a build made by Apple Ninja 11, and he has also got a book here called The Wild West that I'm going to go ahead and read out. The build is of a night in the Wild West. Campfire going with a guitar and a meal prepared over the fire under a tree. The horse is tied up and the cowboy has headed to bed. How long? The build took about 3 hours because I was trying to get the tree just right and OCD was kicking in. Very cool. I think the amount of detail in the fireplace, and especially the fire with the stained glass, makes it really stand out and makes it really immersive, I guess. Like it does make you feel like it's a dark night type of thing and everyone's like huddled around the fire type thing.
Yeah, definitely. I love the effect of the fire, like the way it's coming off. I love the guitar banjo thing in the corner though. And the shape of it is really cool. It looks exactly what it is. I mean, like flying over this, it really does feel like you're looking in on a kind of camp.
Like a bird's
It's
eye
exactly
view.
what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
This build is by Molly1708, and she has left a book. She says she's built a cowgirl with a gun that took her 3 days and 2 hours. Took her 3 days and 2 hours each day. That's all she said.
Yeah, I really like this one. I like the gun, and the way that she's kind of holding it. But what I really, really like is a little Easter egg down at the bottom, because someone has made an appearance. It's Teepee,
I didn't
It's been a
see this.
while.
Cowboy Teepee.
That's an impressive hat.
It's a big
probably,
hat,
That probably weighs more than he does. Like, that's impressive.
and then there's a casual dust bunny.
Tons of damage.
But yeah, I really like this build. It's really cool, and I like that she's wearing a dress, and like you can tell that it's sort of the way that it thins as it goes upwards, and the way that her hair kind of falls down.
Mhm.
Okay, this next build is by the RainbowTurtle, and it is a giant sombrero. So big
Underlay.
that it doesn't even fit my head. This one is so good. I love the colour effect of the hat, but what I do really love is the little tangly bits on the sides that like coming off.
I've always
I'm
wondered...
not sure what the name is for it.
Yeah, what are they called? The little dangly bits.
Yeah. If you know, leave a comment saying what the dangly things are called.
But for now at least, it will be known as a sombrero with dangly bits.
Yep.
Our next build is by Copperpenny115, and this is Copperwood, so it's like a western town with the assortment of houses and a wagon.
Welcome to Copperwood.
Got
The
like a
Wiley
sheriff's office.
the Wiley Saloon.
What?
The Wiley Saloon, I'm assuming.
I've got
Oh,
a
wow.
gallows as well.
Yeah, there's a
They've
gallows.
even got like wanted lists.
Yeah, I mean, I like this one because it really does feel like you're walking into a western town, and all the houses really look different, but they are specifically western feeling.
All unique.
Yeah, all unique, and you know how like western towns have that sort of raised thing to them
Yeah.
when you walk into them. So I mean, it really feels like you're walking around a western town. I could almost just draw my gun and shoot Danny in the face,
Wrangle you.
Wow.
compass you in the face.
Well,
Okay, our next build is by Thrashman, and it's a tavern with with Belbuzz drinking some drinks in a tavern, and then behind him is me sticking him up with a gun. I just thought this build was really funny. At first I thought we were both holding it up, but then I had a closer look and I was like, oh wait, no, I'm holding Buzz up who's drinking. So I wonder how this is going to turn out.
there's also like a poster over here as well.
For the capture of Mad Gisp.
So let's just get this straight. First off, you take his sheriff position, make him a deputy, and now you're holding him hostage on his time off. Is that what's going on at this point?
He's the sheriff, because over here it says Sheriff Buzz, so he's the sheriff now. In this universe.
This was before Giz became the sheriff. In fact, this is why Giz is now the sheriff.
It's a prequel. Okay, this next build is by Sassy Rules, and it's the clock town from Back to the Future 3, when Marty goes back in time to see it getting built. And there's also a hidden creeper face on it somewhere. No idea where.
There is?
Yeah, I can't see it.
I wanna find
she
it
says, "Can you see the hidden creeper face?" I'm not quite sure, but I really like this one. It's definitely a big twist on the Western theme.
Found it.
Taking a movie, it's kind of a Western, but it's not really a Western. I think it's really cool because it looks like it's actually being built. And of course, we have the American flag,
America.
and which none of us here right now are American, but
Great.
build.
Does that count?
Okay, so our next build is a build by Jewel Sleeper, and she has done a Indian camp, or as she calls it, a Indian plateau. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read the book that she's written here. Hello, Jewel here. This was inspired by the Native Americans that used to live in Arizona in the 1800s and earlier. There used to be a tribe by the Grand Canyon that used to live in chiseled mountains. I've always wanted to live like a mole. So, yeah. Okay. Too bad though, because I don't. Okay. Too bad though, because I didn't have the space to truly capture the beauty of the Grand Canyon. Well, hope you like the build. It does look really good. I think, again, it's one of those builds that's got a really nice atmosphere about it. Like, it feels like it's at night and you're actually looking at, the actual thing happening, I guess. It's weird to explain, but...
Yeah, it does feel like you're sitting in like it's Plateau, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Walking into a sort of like teepee thing and you're going, oh, how. You want to smoke pipe? Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, our last build today is Piper's build, and she's gone more Native American than cowboys, and it's Native American carpet with a girl dreaming and a dream catcher above her catching all the bad dreams. Smiley face. I was flying.
She did the carpet.
Yeah, I was flying by this one. I hadn't actually realised it was Piper's, and I was like, "Oh, the dream catcher!" Is it supposed to be Piper sleeping?
Maybe. I love the detail on the carpet. The carpet looks really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like how she did the girl sleeping, and she's got like fences for like her eyes being shut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool effect. I love the dream catcher though. It looks just fantastic. And the effect of the carpet as well, I really like. Bit of a small bed though, isn't it, Piper? Where's your feet? You kind of like legs crossed.
Maybe it's just a short person.
Really short person.
Yeah.
It could be. Maybe it's a child.
Could be.
Maybe.
Having bad dreams. Nightmares, please.
But minotaurs.
Wow.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your awesome builds. And Giz, what's the next theme?
Next week's theme is a little bit different. It's going to be called Crew City, and we want a massive city. So build whatever structures you want. So it can be anything from like a hotel to a park to a house to a school. So any kind of building that you think would add to a city, because we're trying to build the server as a big city next week.
Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. If anyone wants to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeehaw!
Bye.
Five bits, brains and brains. 5 bits, 5 bits, brains and brains. 5 bits.